did it!
What do we do?
It's the 100th episode.
We made it to 100.
It's the 100th episode of the Tennis Podcast. I am your host, Nick Amel.
I'm your sidekick host, Brandon.
For those that are just joining us, normally on this show, we do a top 10-ish list. I bring a list, or the sidekick host, Brandon, brings a list. The other tries to guess. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep the spirit of that alive on today's episode, but it will be different than usual. But Brandon, let me ask you first. What's your favorite singular one moment of the entire last 100 episodes? And I know you have a super specific one in mind, probably.
Oh, do I?
I hope so.
I think is it the licking machine?
I don't have an answer in mind for you. I just want to know your favorite moment. I was joking about having a specific moment because I'm sure you don't, and it all runs together like it does for me.
No, I can. It does all run. I think that's why it's taking me so long, because it does all kind of run together. But I do remember having just a good belly laugh about the licking machine.
The licking machine. Well, we're going to revisit that later today. Well, in all sincerity, I did not expect to get to 100 episodes, and this
who did you think would quit or give up first?
I thought you'd die of old age first.
I didn't. I'm hanging in there.
This is 2 years. It might even be to the day. It's at least to the week since the first episode of the show. 2 years we've been doing this shit. God damn, I've spent too much time in the editing chair. You know how that I read a stat one time that the average human spends 18 years of their life at red lights.
Uh-huh.
That's me in the last 2 years podcast editing.
Listening to my voice.
I've spent 18 years in the last 2 years. Yeah, I intimately know It actually is funny because for those that don't know, I edit every episode and I am like ultra familiar with all of Brandon's little like vocal quirks now to where
That's
like
so weird.
I can see, well, we all have them. I have mine too, but you can see like when you're editing audio, the blips on the little like up and down. What is that called?
I don't know what it is either. The levels?
When you think of
the little line? Picture
editing audio in your mind. You can all probably picture that.
Yeah.
So before Brandon's little quirks even come up, I can see from the up and downness
if it's
of
an
the chart. Oh,
you can by the shape.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And then I can just cut it out. Feel like I know you on an intimate level.
That's weird. In exchange, to make it even, you need to send me a picture of your butthole.
Oh shit. Okay. I have a couple of those on standby. So I'll send you my Monday butthole picture.
Okay. Monday. You're holding up the newspaper next to it.
Okay. We want to thank everyone for sticking it out for 100 episodes, and that includes me sticking it out with Brandon. Congratulations to me. Mm-hmm. We have a very special episode today, but before we get to that, I do have to share some news.
Okay.
After the 100th episode, we're going to be taking a break.
From life?
Remember?
Yeah, I do remember. We're gonna take a sabbatical.
Yeah. Why?
To get our shit together. I don't know. I don't know why we're taking it.
You're supposed to come up with something funny.
Oh, we're going to one of those conversion camps where it's kind of like the ones where they try to convert you from feeling gay into convert you to straight. We're going to one to convert us gay. It's a 30-day.
That's exactly right.
It's a 30-day gay camp where they're going to teach us how to love each other. And
then that butthole picture will really come in handy then.
Yeah, I won't need the picture anymore.
Well, in 100 episodes, we've taken a 1 week break twice. So basically 98 weeks straight.
This is your way of saying back off.
No, this is my way of saying there's so much pent-up gay energy inside me, I need it to be converted ASAP.
We need to set a month aside.
Yeah, but taking this break will allow us to do a bunch of cool shit that I've been putting off forever, including becoming gay. Our next main episode 101, will be on Wednesday, September 30th. So it's about 4 or 5 weeks off. But in the meantime, between now and then, we are going to continue to keep the feed updated with some best of content, some bonus episodes, even some new blooper content.
Oh boy.
That I've been hanging on to. But if you just can't get enough of Nick and Brandon and you can't wait till September 30th, we will be keeping our Patreon feed active with brand new exclusive bonus episodes, including our next one in early September, where Brandon takes some BuzzFeed quizzes in real time to find out his dream male celebrity date, his mental age based on his food choices, hot dogs, and his inner Disney villain, and more. So if you need your tennis fix in September, go to patreon.com/tennispod. Otherwise,
you're going to be jonesing for it.
Yeah.
Be climbing the walls.
So we're going to go out with a bang here before our break. And on episode 100, the episode that's in your ears, violating your mind right now.
Yeah.
Over the last month, I've been sending out on social media, and I've mentioned it here on the pod, a questionnaire that I asked our listeners to fill out. And we had great response. Hundreds of people went to this questionnaire and answered random questions that I posed. Now, Brandon has not seen the questions.
Nope.
And more importantly, he has not seen the data, because I've been collecting on the back end all the...
I bet you have.
the answers. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go through question by question. These are, again, questions I asked the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon's going to first tell me his personal answer.
Okay.
I'll then say my personal answer. And then Brandon will guess the majority listener answer. And then I will reveal the majority listener answer.
Okay.
Got it? Everyone with me?
I'm with you.
And Brandon, I think you said this is how Family Feud works, right?
From what you described before, I thought it might be like
Cool.
Family Feud, but no, this doesn't sound like it.
That's great. Well, I've been promoting this as Family Feud, so that's great. Yeah, and so a couple more notes. We're going to skip around. I have questions completely unrelated to this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll do that first, and then every other question is specifically about this podcast. And I'm also going to read comments. All the questionnaire responses were anonymous, but I gave optional fields to enter comments if anyone wanted to comment on why they chose their answer.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with a super softball here. We're going to start real easy. What's your favorite genre of movie or TV? Your options are comedy, drama, horror, thriller, romance, and action. So first, give me your personal choice. Your favorite genre of movie or TV? Comedy, drama, horror, thriller, romance, action.
I guess most of them would fall under drama. That sounds
Give some
boring,
examples
though.
of drama movies that come to mind.
I don't know. When I say drama, I think of like The English Patient, or something that's all about.
Well, you did say we're going to gay conversion camp, so
something that's all about.
I think they have that on repeat there.
I don't know, feelings and stuff. But I don't know. They're all over the place. But probably overall drama. If I think Sopranos is the best, and like Mad Men are the best TV shows, those are dramas, right?
Yeah, I'd call those dramas. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so drama.
But what about, like, is Breaking Bad a drama?
Yeah.
It just seems wrong to call it a drama. I agree with that.
Handmaid's Tale, I guess, is a drama.
That could be a thriller, I think.
A drama is a pretty wide range. Like, isn't almost anything you watch?
Anything could be a drama.
A little bit of a drama.
Everything is a drama. It's just the dramatic. Okay. Oh, I'd go with horror.
Yeah.
No surprise, probably. Now, what do you think our listeners said?
I think they said comedy.
Okay. What do you think their last choice was?
Romance.
You know our listeners so well. You hit it spot on.
Was I?
Yeah, hundreds of listeners voted, and 44% said comedy is their favorite. More than double the second choice. But the second choice is drama.
It's because
I think they're thinking English Patient.
It's because these are my people.
Yeah. Or at least your grandchildren's people. Now, the lowest option was romance. In fact, one person picked romance.
Oh, man.
So, and what's cute about that is if they're listening right now, that one person knows it was them.
Yeah.
So that's cute.
They've got Made in Manhattan on in the background with it's MAID in Manhattan. You know which one I'm
So
talking
would you
about?
call...
Jennifer?
Yeah, no, I do. It's J-Lo. J-Lo.
Yeah.
Would you call 50 Shades of Grey a romance or a thriller or a fucking porno?
I haven't seen it. From what I've heard, it doesn't really sound like a romance. I guess it'd be a thriller. Is there any violence implied, or is it they're just getting horny at each other?
From what I know, they're into some like what do you call that?
Freaky deaky
like
shit.
S&M. Yeah, there's some like violence in the sex, which is
purple nurples.
Yeah, I know that's what I like in my thrillers. Anyway, yeah, comedy's number one, followed by drama, and then horror. Romance is last.
I just thought a purple nurple being part of like S&M made me start to think of someone giving you like an Indian burn. Do you remember those?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, can you say Indian burn anymore?
No.
When I was a kid, an Indian burn is where you take someone's arm and like their forearm or their wrist, and you grab it in both of your hands, and then you twist both of your hands
directions.
right in opposite directions to create a lot of friction. And they called that an Indian burn.
Yeah, why?
I guess that's,
I think I know why, and it's racist, but I think it's because it turns your skin red, probably. Right? Although any burn turns your skin red.
I have always assumed it was because the Native Americans were always so resourceful that even without a weapon, they were like, I'll just grab you and burn you with my hands.
Fuck. Yeah, in hand-to-hand combat, the other guy has a gun. You're going to run up and grab his arm.
Like, all right, I'm going to set your ass on fire. And they just
got to pull his sleeve up.
Be still.
Yeah. And then he's just screaming in pain, and his gun goes flying out of his hand because he's wailing.
Well, they would train to be able to start a fire just lickety-split, so they're doing it so fast.
Lickety-split.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. When I always assumed that it had something to do with, that they just knew another way to fight.
Yeah. No, I think you're onto something there. But I do not support it being called an Indian burn, right? We don't support that.
Yeah, I probably can't say that.
So, again, listeners, when they're answering these questions, had the option to leave some anonymous comments. I have a few here I'm going to read. Quote, I like a hard R love story.
Ooh.
What does that even mean?
A hard R. Keep your hard R out of here.
A hard R, huh?
A rager.
Now, this next one you're really going to like.
Uh-huh.
What if peanut butter replaced all movies and all TV genres?
Was that your comment?
No. But I support it. So let's not even go into the...
Peanut butter thing is like a thought virus. You've infected somebody. We could be held liable.
No, it's like a philosophical debate, philosophical scientific discussion on pros and cons of the alternate reality. Okay, so that was our softball question to kind of ease us in. Let's go to something a little more, something pod related here.
Okay.
So my next question for you, when Nick and Brandon get into arguments or debates, I usually side with ... So Brandon, do you usually side with yourself or with me when we get into arguments or debates?
Most of the time myself.
That's a hot take there. So we had Nick, Brandon, and also they're both usually wrong as the answers.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Nick as my answer.
Sure.
You went with Brandon. What do you think the listener said?
I'm positive they went with me.
Really?
Yes.
Why are you so positive?
Because these are my people. I told you.
Oh my God. Okay, so would you guess that Nick or they're both usually wrong got a higher percentage of the vote?
Both usually wrong, I'm going to guess, has a higher percentage.
So you've clearly logged into the dashboard here to cheat and look at the results.
I don't even know where the dashboard is.
But, the data that I'll share here in a minute really shows me, the story it's telling me, is that Brandon really is a silver-tongued devil, able to convince. He's become a very compelling liar and manipulator to the fact that a majority of our listeners, great, good, honest, hardworking, blue-collar people that listen to the show, he has tricked their precious minds into thinking he's right more often than he's wrong.
I've done nothing but keep it real.
It's pathetic. It's despicable. So the listener answers here are... inexplicably, stunningly, Brandon at 56%.
Yep.
They're both usually wrong at 33%.
Nah.
And Nick at 11%. Most people back in the Christopher Columbus days and before thought the Earth was flat, and the minority knew that it was round. So I kind of see this as a similar deal.
I think you're wrong about that, too. To be fair, I only learned in within the last few years that they all knew that the world was round and it wasn't about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, is this you manipulating me in the audience again?
No, he was trying to find...
Right?
No, they knew it was round. It's why he wasn't afraid of falling off. He was looking for a quicker route to India for trade.
To gay conversion camp?
Yeah, he wanted to get to Thailand faster.
Oh, fuck. All right, so let's see what people had to say about this, about their answers.
Yeah.
First up, I'm smarter than both of you.
Probably. Don't even know who it was, but yeah, probably.
Yeah. They both have wild points.
Sure. Thank you. I'll take that. We'll drop in each of our buckets.
Strike out wrong and replace with right. So they're saying we're both right all the time.
Oh, that's Can't be right either.
This person says, always got to bet on the underdog, referring to me. Aren't you sponsored by a betting website anyways? That's cute. That's cute as shit.
Yeah, we could do
The
this.
answer is yes. We are. Few more. Nick has valid points occasionally. All the same, it's entertaining, so I don't care who's right or wrong. Now, this is a person I can respect. They're just here for a good time. They don't want to pick sides.
Well, that's me too.
But they felt like they had to. No, you are an instigator. That's what you are.
I'm a provocateur.
This person says, a great pair of asses.
Thank you.
And last but not least, I love you both, but oh my God.
What does that mean?
As in, we're both wrong so often.
Probably.
Yeah. Hey, but we made it 100 episodes, and whether we spit out facts or lies,
Or fake news.
whatever, just keep listening.
From tight muscles, tough workouts, signs of aging, to simply making it through each busy day, everyone understands what it feels like to be tense and sore. So everyone can benefit from TheraOne's CBD products. Started by Dr. Jason Wursland, TheraBody exists to provide you with the best scientifically validated natural solutions to help soothe your body and relax your mind. It started with the revolutionary Theragun percussive therapy device when Dr. Jason saw the benefits of using CBD in his treatments. He created TheraOne to bring you CBD products done right. A lot of CBD products claim organic, but still contain up to 30% filler, and these fillers are potentially toxic. TheraOne tests their products 4 times before they get to you. Every product is USDA certified organic, grown in the US, and their CBD extracts are the highest quality available anywhere. Use TheraOne's warming lotion in your morning routine, the cooling lotion or massage oil to recover, body balm for targeted relief, and sleep tincture to drift into a deep night's sleep. And now through Labor Day, Monday, September 7th, TheraOne is offering our listeners a buy one, get one free for all TheraOne products. Go to theragun.com, theragun.com/Blue Wire, BLUEWIRE. If you don't love what you get from TheraOne, send it back for a full refund within 30 days of purchase. This is not something TheraOne is likely to do again. Buy one, get one free at theragun.com/Blue Wire, but only until Labor Day. Go right now to theragun.com/Blue Wire.
If you had to choose one answer below, so it's yes or no, are there aliens living among us on Earth right now? Definitely or no way. And if you're on the fence, you have to choose whichever one you lean more toward. So
I like that you
are there aliens among us right now?
You forced us into an answer. Are you asking
What's
me?
your pick?
Yes.
Yeah, your personal take. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a third option for like, maybe, not sure, could go either way, would you have chosen that?
No.
Or are you pretty certain? Okay. Where are the aliens, Brandon? Who are they? Are they the world's elite?
Prince Andrew, for one, is an albino lizard.
He can sure sweat like a fucking alien might sweat.
Yeah, I think Men in Black was made as like a mockumentary thing. You know when they showed that screen in Men in Black and it showed like all these people, celebrities that were secretly, they're like actually aliens, and it was like Michael Jackson and Al Roker. Yeah, I'm still on board with that.
I can't even tell if you're joking or not.
I'm going to go with definitely.
Okay.
Reptilians.
I'm a little more on the fence, but if I'm cornered into yes or no, I'm going to say no, actually.
Okay.
Now, I do believe aliens have been here and might visit regularly. I do not think they're living among us.
But you don't think
right
like
now.
one sits on the other's shoulders and they put on a trench coat and a fedora and glasses and try to get into a movie or something?
Well, now you're starting to, that's compelling argument you're starting to put on me here. What do you think the listeners said?
I think the listeners said no.
This is the closest thing on the we're going to say today. It's literally 50-50.
That's a coincidence because I was 50-50 on what they would say. And that's why I went with no, because it was the opposite of what I said. And therefore, it was more dramatic.
It's technically 51% and 49%, actually, now that I'm looking.
That's within the margin of error.
Definitely, as in yes, ever so slightly won, 51 to 49%. So the slight majority of our listeners think there are aliens living among us right now. Do you want to hear why they think that? Well, that's too bad because I'm not going to share it with you.
Oh. All right, next question.
All right, I'll share it with you. These are comments on this question. Number 1, I have a family member with security clearance that confirms there are aliens living among us. That's interesting, right?
Get them on the show.
If you're out there, tell us more about this. Tweet us at TennishPod. So the next person says, perhaps in alternate universes, there's more to life than we can see, hear, feel on the surface. I think that's a good answer.
Yes.
Absolutely. If I was going to say a yes to this question, it would be because of this,
right.
Alternate universes.
Stuff you can't understand.
Yeah. Aliens exist, but we have not made contact and likely won't until we develop faster than light technology. I think that's kind of where I am. Like, aliens exist. They may have been here before. I think they've probably been here before. But yeah, I don't think we'll, you think we'll make contact with aliens in our lifetime, Bram? Do you think we'll have confirmed evidence of aliens?
Not within our lifetime. No. Well, I don't know. It depends on what you mean by alien. I think if you mean like life, like
intelligent life,
non-intelligent life. If there are like super intelligent aliens out there, there's so many millions of years ahead of us. It would be like an ant trying to understand what like a human is up to. We just don't have any frame of reference. We don't have any concept. It's just not within our ability to understand.
Unless they're living here among us.
I could be one.
Well, that would explain a lot. It would explain the fish smell, for sure. The next comment is, one of them chaired the last Illuminati meeting, or at least that's what Beyonce told me. How did that start, the whole Beyonce thing? Is it because she just made a triangle with her hands in like one concert?
Yeah, that triangle is the Rockefeller diamond.
What does that mean?
Rockefeller Records. It's it's just a diamond for like...
It's not like musicians are known to make fucking hand signs that promote their label all the time.
Even if it was the Illuminati, everything they do is for show and bullshit. I don't think that you can just like get in the Illuminati. I think through like your great grandparents were in the Illuminati and that's why you're in it. I don't think like they're letting people who just like get rich. They might have let Bill Gates in.
Well, I think Mark Zuckerberg, like he might be the greatest evidence, just his face might be the greatest evidence there is of aliens living among us, or at least intelligent robots.
He does look like the robots from that movie I, Robot with Will Smith.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like one of those with slightly better eyeballs drawn on.
That picture of him, like in the last month of him water skiing with his face covered in white sunscreen, that image will be tattooed in my brain for the rest of my life.
He looks like a ghoul.
He had sunscreen nowhere else, by the way, and he was also wearing a hoodie in the water. So
I've never seen like that much sunscreen on anybody, on any part of their body, let alone just their face.
Yeah, it's super strange. Okay, 2 more comments here for this question. I have personal evidence. So again, let us know what you've seen. Yeah. And the last one, this is in all caps now. Octopuses.
That is a good point.
That's a good point, yes. Have you seen an octopus walk? Fuck that.
I have seen it walk. Also, have you seen that they have beaks where their crotch is?
Oh, baby.
Well, they got about 7 crotches, I guess, technically.
Why?
They got 8 legs.
Oh, God. All right, that was hilarious. If you're craving more alien content, listen to episode 66 and 76 from our archives.
I was attacked by this alien with 7 crotches.
Hey, octopus as an alien, hey, I'm with it. I'm there. We're going to move to the next question now, going back to the pod. What scientific phenomenon fascinates you most?
Mm-hmm.
A, the licking machine. Why? How? What has it licked? You want to remind the folks at home what the licking machine is real quick?
Yeah, to find out exactly how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, I believe it was Cornell University.
No, Purdue.
Purdue University built a licking machine that had like a wet tongue that would lap at this Tootsie Pop so that, a person's tongue didn't get tired and they could do it scientifically. And then, of course, someone absconded with the licking machine. They put a wig on it and took it to Vegas and married it.
Put some lipstick on it, put it in a dress.
Yeah.
We're not bullshitting, by the way. This is real. Go search for the licking machine. You will see pictures of it. It's a real thing. And I have to ask, why? Why is this so... Anyway, that's the licking machine. Okay, that was option 1. Option 2, this is my choice. Peanut butter as water. Think of all the practical, real-world implications. You want to remind the folks at home at the very realistic...
No. It's
peanut butter as water scenario?
As stupid as it sounds like.
But it all kinds of scientific debates in the scientific community happening all the time about the implications of peanut butter as water.
Yeah, it's the climate change of 2020.
The third option. Brandon's Body Elves. They control his bodily functions.
They used to. I mean, I'm a grown-up now.
Tell the folks at home.
Sure, when I was a kid, I, didn't know how the body worked. So
They hadn't invented textbooks yet back then.
I thought, there were little elves that lived inside and handled, like, some of the functions, like, catching the food when it falls in your tummy and mashing it up with little hammers. Or, there's little elves that live inside your pee-pee and they, push the pee out.
Well, I remember the last time we talked about this, you said they all gathered around the pee log and said, heave,
ho, heave, ho.
But then do those elves have elves inside of them? Is it an infinite cycle of elves controlling elves?
That's all the world is. Elves inside of elves inside of elves.
Yeah, that's a lot less stupid than peanut butter as water. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth and final option, I have no idea what the hell any of this is. So, what is your preferred scientific phenomenon?
Oh, mine's the Body Elves.
Yeah. Going with peanut butter as water.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think the listeners chose?
Body Elves.
Now, why are you so sure with that?
Because they're tickled by it. Just the same as I was.
Oh, really? Tickled by the elves?
The elves are also part of the tickle process. When you get tickled, there's elves in there. And they have their little hands pressed against the inside of your skin. When they feel tickles, they jiggle and dance.
What do you think the last choice was?
The last choice was peanut butter.
No, you're just wishful thinking now. So
it was, what the hell is this stuff?
You're right again, because number 1 is Brandon's Body Elves with 35% of the vote.
Yeah.
In a semi-close second is the licking machine. Third place is peanut butter as water from misinformed, unimaginative people that didn't select that as number 1. And last place, I don't know what the hell any of this is.
We would sell more licking machine t-shirts if on the back it said the licking machine. Like a jersey says your name on the back.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Right. When people see you from behind, it just says the licking machine.
But I don't know how many people would wear that in public. All right. I'll put it to the board of directors for consideration. Okay. See what they say, if they want to approve that concept. Now let's hear some comments from people on their choices. First, ever since hearing the peanut butter scenario, I constantly see bodies of water, small and large, as well as water within my own body, and my mind is constantly blown.
Water within my own body.
Well, you're 70% water. You're now 70% peanut butter.
Just looking at like a little pocket of water sloshing around in part of you.
Hey.
God damn, that could be peanut butter.
Now, this is my favorite comment of the day, probably. Does it take more or less licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop if the water in saliva becomes peanut butter?
It would take infinitely more.
I don't know about that, because the peanut butter would wear it down.
No, it wouldn't.
By the way, did the licking machine have like synthetic saliva? I don't remember. Because if not, then it's not a true test.
It would have to have some, because it's not contact alone that takes the sticky candy that like starts to dissolve it. It's the presence of like those mild acids in your saliva that like get it all wet and, bothered to give you the candy off of it to start melting. You have to have saliva to make it melt. I don't even know if just water would make it melt.
Well, no, you don't need water. You need peanut butter.
But peanut butter is not going to do that. It's too tacky.
Yeah, but then you don't need to get to the center because now the peanut butter on top of the hard candy shell sucker, that's the treat. That's the candy now.
I can't remember which side of the pH scale is more basic and which side is more acidic, but I feel like peanut butter is more on the basic side of pH.
You're boring us now.
And
Boring the shit out
saliva
of
would
us.
be more on the
Please
sick
stop.
side. Hey, someone who knows more about chemistry than an 8th grader.
Fucking nerd alert. Am I right, everyone?
Tell
Jesus
us which
Christ.
one it is.
I'm so sorry about... Oh, goddamn. All right, I'm going to move on before we all fall asleep. The next comment is someday... This is a little sinister. Someday I look to control Brandon's bodily functions. So this person wants not elves, but them. They want to control your bodily functions.
I don't know how to... I'm a little...
What do you have to say to that?
I'm like a little bit flattered. I could guarantee you don't want to control these. No one can control some of these.
Now, do you think they envision themselves as an elf inside of your body? Like the head elf? Or are they...
Or telling me when I can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, or just pressing a button. Yeah.
No, I think they're making me wear like a catheter and a butt plug and making me ask to go to the bathroom.
Hey, we need to make it happen. That's a Patreon. Like, if you join the Patreon $10 tier.
That's I was going to say that's the platinum. $10 is the platinum level.
Yeah.
And you will we'll ship you out a little remote and you can control my bathroom privileges for a day.
All right, 2 more comments. I'm sticking by my theory of peanut butter blood because, of course, blood in the body is now full of peanut butter, not water. And the last one, the simplest yet most complex answer. Quote, this was a tough choice to choose their favorite scientific phenomenon. I respect it. I agree.
They
tough
didn't
choice.
say it was a tough choice because they were good answers.
Or because it's important.
Yeah.
Nick here, and if you know me, you know that Sundays in the Mel household are reserved for the NFL, and Sundays are coming back. With NFLSundayTicket.tv, you can stream every live, out-of-market NFL game every Sunday afternoon on your favorite devices, plus Red Zone and DirecTV Fantasy Zone channels, allowing you to never miss your favorite teams and favorite players. No matter where you live, NFLSundayTicket.tv is your key to the most glorious Sundays ever. And right now, you can use the promo code BLUEWIRE, that's one word, BLUEWIRE, at checkout to get 15% off your subscription. That's a deal even I can get behind. So go now and visit NFLSundayTicket.tv and use that promo code BLUEWIRE. Football! So now let's go to another non-pod question. And this was the hottest, most contested, most visceral question of the day. This one has like triple the comments of all the other ones.
People went fucking bananas when they got to this one.
If you were forced into rubbing baby oil over every inch of the body of one of these gentlemen, who would you choose? And again, I forced them into an answer here. It's A or B. You have to rub baby oil over this person. Are you going to choose Dr. Phil or Donald Trump? Come on, it's easy.
It's Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Now here's the deal. They're both awful. They are terrible.
Dr. Phil's body is got to be marginally better.
It's got to be less like surprises under the clothes, right?
I've seen Donald Trump's body just above his shirt collar, and it's bad. Like his neck looks like an old lady's puss right above where his tie comes together on his neck. I can't imagine what kind of nutsack skin he has on the rest of his body. What kind of
evil lurks under there? Under every fold, there's a new surprise waiting for you.
I bet the rest of him is all ball sack skin. At least Dr. Phil just has like the body of some big old idiot who eats a lot of steak.
And I feel like Trump, the second you touch him with the baby oil, your hand's going to come back bright orange. And you get less of that with Phil.
He just goes,
Philip.
He doesn't open his eyes. He just goes, that doesn't come off.
But it does, because it came off him.
He doesn't have to open his eyes to know that you just got some of his makeup on you and it's not going to come off. He doesn't open his eyes.
I like how his eyes are closed, accepting his baby oil.
Oh, yeah. You know he's going to enjoy it.
I think Dr. Phil would try to like tell you why global warming's fake or something while you're doing his. Like he's going to be conversational, but in a real redneck asshole way.
Yeah, he'd be making really like uncomfortable small talk. He would immediately bring up like a hot political issue, and you're like, look, this fucking sucks enough, man. Your old weird fucking old man cock laying over on your leg.
Okay. What do you think the listeners chose?
Phil.
You know the listeners because Phil ran away. People are dying to rub baby oil on him.
Dr. Phil ran the tables when it comes to baby oil rubs.
77% compared to 23% said. I'm surprised Trump got 23%, to be honest. But I chose Dr. Phil.
You know, Phil would really crow about that too.
Yeah. Award-winning, best-selling author and won the baby oil vote against Dr. Trump. Okay, so we have so many comments to read. People giving their rationale. Why did they choose Phil? Why did they choose Trump? Mm-hmm. The first one is just a statement. It says, Phil in the blank spaces of my ass.
I didn't stop to think that, like, when you walked in the room with the baby oil, that Phil would be laying on flat on his stomach with his ass in the air. And peek at you over his shoulder. Fill in the blanks of my ass.
There's a QR code tattooed to his ass for you to download the app. Oh God! What's the first thing Phil says?
I know QR codes aren't that popular anymore, but I'd appreciate it if you tried.
Oh God damn! Oh God. Okay. That's one comment of like 20, so here we go. I would also need to rub the oil all up in my eyes to blind myself because if I had to watch myself do this, I'd kill myself.
That's a really good idea. First shot of baby oil goes straight in your eyes.
All right. The third comment is just, quote, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Next comment. Where is the third option? I'm crying. I had to pick one or the other. As long as the baby oil is flammable. All right, next comment. Ugh, good grief.
That was Charlie Brown.
Many poisons and toxins can be absorbed through the skin. Also, it would be worth lubing up and railing him on video to hear the excuses. They voted for Trump. Also, it would be worth... Stop.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Also, it would be worth lubing Trump up and railing him on video to hear the excuses the evangelicals would use to justify it. And you know they fucking would.
Congrats. Whoever did that, you made me snort so hard it hurt my nose up at the top. That was good.
God. I'm fucking want to throw up listening to you talk about your snorting. But, oh God. All right. The next comment, and this is about Trump. He'd love it.
He would.
The next one is, you two, as in Nick and Brandon, are pure evil.
I didn't write these. I like them, but I didn't write them.
The next one, this is followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exclamation points.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you? Next, only because certain, quote, inches would be smaller than others. So I guess they're saying there's a less on Trump to baby oil.
Well,
Phil, which I don't know if I agree.
Overall, actually, Dr. Phil, I think, is over 6 feet tall. I don't know. There's a lot of surface area on both of them, but
imagine all the crevices in the pelvic area that you have to.
Pound per pound, I think Dr. Phil will have fewer surprises.
Okay. This question just made me an even bigger lesbian than I was already, so thank you for that.
I think it made...
I think I'm a lesbian now. I am psychologically traumatized by this question.
Yeah.
And last, please provide a gun with which to kill myself following this nightmare.
We're sending them out with a windbreaker.
Yes, thank you for your sacrifice, everyone, for answering. I know it was a big ordeal, traumatizing, PTSD-inducing ordeal to answer that question, but I appreciate it.
I love that, okay. But how do you get all this shit off? I'm slicker than shit. He would slide. He would fall trying to get out of the room naked.
And he slides the whole way down the hallway, ass naked. Oh, goddamn.
Hey, here's an episode 100 exclusive this just reminded me of. I got baptized when I was a kid. Did you get baptized at church?
Of course.
Like, you know, you invited Jesus to live in your heart. And they're like, well, we got to dunk you under some water and make it official. So they did that. And after it was over, I went back behind the stage at church to take off my wet clothes and change. And my dad was back there to help me. And the preacher, this like old man, this tall old man who was the preacher, he changed back there as well. And he, I guess, was just going to change on the stairwell. It had a wall for the railing, right? So he was standing behind that, but he slipped.
Okay.
He was nude. The preacher was naked and wet, and he slipped on the stairs and slid down the stairs and fell on his ass on the floor naked in front of me. So like right after I got baptized, I saw the preacher buck-ass naked.
That's huge. That is a huge bomb you're dropping on us here. We could do a whole episode on this.
Well, I mean, that was it.
How old were you?
Probably like 7, 8, something like that.
And can you still close your eyes and see it pretty good?
See his balls flying around, his reverend balls.
Ugh.
It's one of those things like it would have faded from memory, but if I hadn't made a conscious decision every single night before bed to close my eyes and like recall the image.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's stuck in there.
Well, enough kids have been abused by...
Yeah, this wasn't abuse. He wasn't like... He wasn't like, you got baptized, welcome to the club, here's my balls. My dad was there too.
I'm saying that you turn the tables on him, because usually it's the high-ranking religious official that abuses the child, but now the child is
I made him show me his balls.
Yeah. Well, in this very weird sidetrack, why don't we get back on track? This next question, and remember, this question was less controversial and less hot than the last one we just did. There's a bathtub full of hundreds of snakes. They're all defanged and cannot hurt you. Would you sleep naked for one entire night in that bathtub for $50,000?
Do I have to literally go to sleep?
You gotta at least try.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you have to be in the bathtub for the entire length that you would normally be asleep, naked.
Okay.
There's hundreds of snakes.
Okay.
$50,000.
It's just yes or no?
Yes or no?
I'm not confident that I could finish it, but I'm telling you I would try it. So I guess that's a yes.
Okay. That's me too.
I would get in there, but I would be so clenched. Because do snakes want to crawl in your butt?
Those body elves would be helpless. They couldn't, you're doing the manual override to where the elves can't get any functions to get through inside because you'd be so clenched up.
Elves, it is fucking DEFCON 1. All systems locked down.
Turn on the sweaters. Turn on the sweat valves.
The elves are like, get those butt cheeks over here. Slam them together. Heave.
They're not even being paid for this shit. Why are they?
That's my butt cheeks rolling together like two big heavy metal doors and then finally like clanging shut.
Oh my God. The reverberations inside your body for the elves would be devastating. They probably lose a few babies.
I wish I could make a cartoon show all about like the whole economy of elves that
It's
trials.
ideas like this that start shows like Family Guy and The Simpsons. All you got to do is run with it, Brandon. We all believe in you. We all think it'd be a great success if you
Body Elves.
Put a lot of energy in this. Okay. What do you think our listeners voted here? It's close.
I'm going to guess they voted yes.
54% yes, 46% no. Very close.
I think there's a lot of people who said no, that if they were in that situation, they would try it knowing that they would likely fail, just so that people would see, like, I wanted it bad.
Yeah. Well, here's what they said. Number 1, as long as they're emerald tree boas, hell of an ass on that snake. That's good. Come on. That's good.
Could have said it was a nice asp, right?
What? Is that a snake?
Yes.
No, they did it perfectly, just the way they did. I wouldn't change a fucking thing about it. The next one says, I don't sleep naked. So that's the disqualifier here.
Okay. You wouldn't be naked, be wearing snakes.
Yeah, it's true. Next one says, no, because some asshole could have snuck a boa or something squeezy in there.
Squeezy.
Squeezy in there, yeah. So they could be squeezing on you. I get it.
Just imagine a small
Might be kind of nice, though, in some ways. Am I right?
A small boa constrictor, like a teeny tiny one, finding your junk and deciding that was like a rat that it had to kill.
Don't tell me that if you're in this bathtub, your hands are not cupped over your balls at all times. Isn't that like a instinctual defense mechanism?
Oh, that's right.
When you're naked?
When we call for all systems on highest levels of defense, the balls, the elves of the balls just start running around with their arms in the air. No! We have nothing. Can we pull up any higher? This is as high as we go. If we're any higher, we're going to hit the stomach.
Oh man, this should just be the podcast now. Just the elves.
Me and my elves.
But remember that person said they wanted to control your bodily functions? What a fucking... Ugh.
I don't know how it's going to happen.
Get a restraining order, Brandon.
If it's like a voodoo type thing, please take over. I need a break.
All right, the next person says, and this is very interesting. I mean, not much sleeping would be going on, not because they would all be slithering all over me, but because I would be too busy throat fucking each and every one of them, easy as 50,000 ever. So we got a sociopath in our listenership, I think.
Wow.
Fucking serial killers listening to us. That's great.
The scientists performing this experiment are like, well, you didn't. They're all looking at their papers, shifting papers, looking like,
We didn't account for this.
Do we have a contingency plan for this?
The next person says, too spooky for me.
I mean, it is.
Not for 50,000 or 500,000 or any other amount. I call bullshit on that. Well, you'd at least try. I think if 10 million cold hard cash, untaxed, it's yours right there the second you're done. Who would not try, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you like faint out of like fear, I don't know. Like, all right. Next person says, body massage machine.
It's not worth it.
Next person says, only if I get my phone. So as long as you can fucking play Candy Crush while they're on you. And the last but not least, fucking weirdo that I'm going to invite to unsubscribe. I love snakes.
I mean, somebody's got to love them. It's just not going to be me.
Nope. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Will humans still be the dominant species on Earth in 10,000 years? And again, it's yes or no. What's your gut tell you, Brandon? No? Okay. What's your scenario here? What do you think's most likely?
Roaches.
Roaches eat us? I got you.
No, I think that's like, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen between now and then, but in 10,000 years, I'm predicting nothing left but roaches.
What about 5,000 years?
Roaches and rats.
1,000 years.
Roaches, rats, and boomers.
Do you really think in 1,000 years humans will not be the dominant species?
I think there's a good chance.
500 years. I want to pinpoint how deep we go here.
I think maybe around 500 years, maybe we'll still be it then.
We're going to be on Mars. Are we going to have an advanced civilization on Mars at this point?
Nah.
Okay, you don't think we'll make that, huh? Before we...
I mean, this is good. I mean, we're really bringing it down. I predict we'll get to Mars. We'll probably start setting some stuff up. And then the climate will be so bad that most people will like starve and die. Or disease.
Cool. Well, we know people love this pod for the escapism, so thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say humans are still the dominant species on Earth in 10,000 years. You didn't expect that, did you?
Yeah, you're pretty proud of yourself, aren't you?
No, it's not because I don't think the world's not going to go to shit. I definitely think the world's going to go to shit by 10,000 years. But I do think humans will still be around, even if there's a lot less.
You think we're the roaches?
I think even if it's like what's like a good apocalypse movie?
Austin Powers?
Even if it's like The Stand, right? Stephen King's The Stand,
mm-hmm.
and there's like 1% of the population left, I still think that's the dominant species. But the fuck do I know? What do you think the listeners said?
Listeners said no.
I don't think you've gotten a single one of these wrong yet. 61% said no. 39% said yes, so you're right. 61% think humans will not be the dominant species.
I am a man of the people.
Comments here. Just math. Just math. That's it.
It's just math.
As long as we get to Mars. You don't think that's going to happen, at least not in a meaningful way?
I think we're going to get there. I don't think we're going to be able to colonize it because we're just not going to have enough time.
Think about it. You don't think we can colonize Mars in the next 100 years?
I think we're going to start to, but then we're going to be clawing each other's eyes out for the last of the corn.
In 100 years?
Maybe probably 100 years.
I mean, I think it's possible.
I hope I live to claw your eyes.
God, okay. Speaking of clawing eyes, this person says, no, cats will take over. They are doing it slowly, and no one cares or notices because they do cute things for us to put on social media, but it's really them boosting signals and using mind control. What do you think of that hot take? You think cats are up to no good?
That's what whiskers are for, catching incoming signals.
Absolutely. Too many ways in which the advancement of humans could end up annihilating humans within another 10,000 years. So this person says, basically, humans are advancing at a rate faster than we can sustain ourselves.
Faster than cats.
This person says, yes, we'll be dominant, but there'll be a hell of a lot less of us. And that's what I think right there. Next person says, ugh, what a horrible idea. And last but not least, all the world's elite will come out as aliens by then.
See? Told you.
Well, then that would mean we're not the dominant species now. In a way. Okay. I think this is a good place to take a quick little break-a-rooney. I'm going to tell you about a new true crime podcast I've been listening to. It's called The Basic Murder Babes. We almost went with that name for our show, right?
Yeah.
Check out their quick promo right here.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Sierra.
And we're the hosts of Basic Murder Babes, a true crime podcast.
We are best friends divided by 300 miles who call each other every week for girl talk and murder stories while unwinding with some drinks. And we record our calls for your enjoyment.
If you love coffee, hard seltzer, nostalgic emo music, saving turtles, Gilmore Girls, murder documentaries, or conspiracies, then you're basic.
And you'll love our podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts and look for new episodes every Wednesday.
That is the Basic Murder Babes. You can listen to them right now on any podcast app. Just as you can listen to me ask Brandon our second to last question.
Hit me with it.
Yeah, this is a very important one. The question is, do you want Brandon to give a passionate performance of the song Santa Baby?
Uh-huh.
Options are yes, more than I've ever wanted anything in my life.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but there are other things I'd rather Brandon do first.
Okay.
Maybe it depends on what he's wearing. And last, please no.
Okay, I'm going with please no.
I'm going with yes, but there are other things I'd rather Brandon do first.
Who the fuck says I'm going to do those things either?
Well, we'll work on it. The thing with you is you can wear Brandon down. It just takes time.
Yeah.
And what do you think the listeners said here?
I think they said they just want me to do it. What was the first option?
Yes, more than I've ever wanted anything in my life.
That's what I bet they picked.
Wow, you conceited fucking asshole. You think everyone just loves you that much that they're going to want you to do that so much?
Well, was I wrong?
Are you that full of yourself? Holy shit.
Was I wrong?
No, you're right. 51% of our listeners say they want you to sing Santa Baby passionately more than they've ever wanted anything in their life. And another 16%, for a total of 67%, say yes, but there are other things I'd rather Brandon do first. So 9% said it depends on what you're wearing. I respect that. I think that's fair. 25% said no.
Those are my real people.
So you got 3 out of 4 that are either a maybe or a yes. Why don't we negotiate here? What's it going to take to appease 3 out of 4 of our listeners?
What do you mean, what's it going to take?
What do I have to do to make it happen?
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing in your power. You put together a hell of a question and a hell of a poll, but I will not do it.
Think of all the joy it could bring. Let's see what our listeners said about it. This person said, if he did that, I would probably be done listening to any and all podcasts at that point. Nothing can top that. I would immediately unsubscribe.
I would too.
Did you hear what they said? Nothing can top that.
I don't want him to unsubscribe.
They can unsubscribe. I don't give a shit. This is the next person. I think that this is what we need right now during these tough times. Help the people, Brandon. He won't because he's selfish. He won't help you.
Yeah,
is that right?
These times aren't so tough.
Next person. I expect him to wear sexy Santa clothes, but for there to be no eyewitnesses or video to verify. No, not even Nick can see him.
I'm gonna just assure you that I spent $500 renting a fucking top-notch Santa outfit. You can even hear it jingling and shit in the background, but
you could just sing it very quietly to where we can hear you whispering, but we can't make out what you're saying. Can we do that? What about that?
No.
Okay. Someone else jumped on that bandwagon. They said that you must be in full sexy Santa gear, like the ones in the movie Mean Girls. I think that's your favorite movie.
I do like the movie
Mean Girls is pretty good. Girls. Yeah, it is good. This person says, no, but only because I'm not ready to reach full nirvana yet.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not ready either.
It would be a dream come true. I hope he does so I can have lived a full life before I rub baby oil all over Donald Trump's body. Whew. All right, we're down to the last one. Critical. Most important. Saved it for last question.
Uh-huh.
Who ate the hot dog over the trash can?
I knew this question was going to be on here.
In the Atlanta airport.
Yep.
Hashtag hot dog Nick. Hashtag hot dog Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Or there is no hot dog.
Fucking Schrodinger's hot dog. Well, let me tell you, people. There was a hot dog. Didn't last long.
I know. You really went after it.
Because this gluttonous motherfucker wolfed it down.
We're on the 100th episode. So should we reveal who really did it for the fans?
I'm doing it right now.
All right. Let's let the truth go. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead and admit it.
Hashtag hot dog Nick.
Okay. What do you think the listeners said? Do you think you fooled them? Or do you think they side on the facts and rock solid evidence of the truth?
I think they voted hot dog Nick.
Well, it's close. 39% for hot dog Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we already established in one of the first questions that you're a silver-tongued devil capable of manipulating the feelings, emotions, and judgment skills of our listeners.
When you say silver-tongued devil, the image I get in my head is from The Exorcist when they're trying to do they're reading the word of the Lord to her, and she's in the background going with her tongue.
That's you.
That's me.
So 39% think it's me. More than 39% of people also voted Donald Trump as president. So, I wipe my ass with these stats. 25% say Brandon.
Uh-huh.
14% say both of us. And 23% say there is no hot dog.
There was.
I know you know that. All right, here's the comments. Brandon 100% ate that hot dog over the trash can. It was probably a big stinky hot dog like what you crave at the last 5 minutes of The Conjuring. Do you remember that story?
Oh, that you ruined the end of the movie to go get a hot dog.
No, it was not me. Here's the story.
Oh, that was somebody at the movie theater, right?
I'm going to give the 30-second version. I was seeing The Conjuring and the full house theater, and it was old style seating, like stadium seating.
Oh, excuse me.
The climax of the movie, last 10, 15 minutes. Shit's going crazy. Ghosts are going everywhere. And a huge person got up and had to make an entire row stand up for her to get out. And you're thinking, okay, now she's leaving at the most critical part of the movie. She must really have to go to the bathroom, right? No, she comes back with the fucking hot dog.
She did. She was probably whispering sorry, I gotta take a shit and get a hot dog.
And she made everyone stand up again so she can get back to her seat. That's my hot dog conjuring story. The next person says, when the debate originally came up, it seemed that Nick pushed it hard.
Yeah.
It seems that he is hiding his shameful hot dog
Yes, exactly. He's trying to get ahead of the story that I wasn't even going to bring up.
Please. But loving how often the Atlanta airport comes up since it's in my neighborhood. So you ate the hot dog in this person's backyard, basically.
Oh.
It's like you had lunch with them. Next person says, it is perfectly acceptable to eat a varsity slaw dog over any trash can anywhere, anytime. Was that you? Did you write that answer?
What's a slaw dog? I mean, I'm guessing it's got some kind of slaw on it.
I'd say that's a safe fucking bet, Bryn. The next person says, we need video, hashtag hot dog truther. And last, and maybe the most provoking answer of the day, there is no hot dog and there's no Atlanta. That's deep, right? I question everything now.
I wish I could erase the memory of
you shaming yourself with
this human possum.
Oh my God.
Eating garbage meat over literal garbage on your hind legs.
Well, I think the people know how I stand. We already know that of everyone in Seinfeld, you're most like George, and George did eat the trash, the ring ding or whatever it was out of what was it? It was
in an eclair.
An eclair, that's it. See, you know right top of your head because you probably identified with George in that scene.
Am I wrong? But didn't the eclair have a bite taken out of it?
Yes.
So not only was it in the trash, but someone else's mouth had touched it. And this is the same guy who had railed against someone double dipping the chip.
One of my favorite Jerry lines is in that episode because Jerry's hearing about this from George, and Jerry says, "So you decided, what the hell? I'll just eat some trash." I love how Jerry is completely unsupportive of George.
It's the what the hell.
Well, hashtag hot dog Brandon. And you'll have at least 5 or 6 weeks where you don't want to hear us talk about hot dogs anymore during our break.
I live a pretty hot dog free life outside of this.
Yeah, sure.
Tonight I'm going to go get in a hot bathtub full of hot dogs.
Now for 50,000, that's a steal.
Defanged, non-poisonous hot dogs. I'm not telling the elves to go on DEFCON 1.
You're going to let the elves enjoy it just like you.
Stand down.
Oh, man. You know, licking machine taken to a hot dog might also be an interesting... might also be an interesting experiment. I mean, if they thought it was worth using budget and human resources to build a fucking licking machine to get to the bottom of the unnecessary answer of how many licks it takes, if they thought that was worth doing, then why the hell not just use it for hot dog licking too? Let's see it. How many licks does it take to break the hot dog?
You know that someone worked late on it one night, and then the next day when that person came in, he was a guy. You know it was a guy. When then the guy came in, he was walking with a limp. They're like, "Hey, did you notice the licking machine is busted? It's got tufts of hair in it and stuff."
Oh my God. I just cannot believe that's a real thing. But it is. And I also can't believe that we have so many fucking great podcast reviews to read. And I'm going to read 2 of them right now. These are people that reviewed us on Apple Podcasts. First, from Winneby F. "Great show. Be careful of listening when driving. You may end up spraying coffee and leave your lane."
Shit.
Now, are the elves controlling the coffee projectile from your mouth as well? Do they control your mouth?
I don't know. I never thought about that. There's probably some in your jaw. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
You can't. They can't be in a spot where you could find them. You can't see them.
No, but they could be controlling the muscles from your brain or something, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But then if that's true, why don't they just do everything from the brain, you know? Why do they have to be down there in the weeds on the front lines in the stomach and stuff if they could just be in the brain?
There's a couple guys up in the brain. There's one guy that's like a librarian up there.
They all hate him.
Yeah, fucking nerd. He's like, "Hey, do you guys remember?" "Yeah, we remember when."
Yeah, well, I think you are free to drive and listen to us, and if you spray your coffee, that's fine too. But don't leave your lane. The next review comes from Awesome Blossom on Apple Podcasts. They say, "Obsessed! Great banter between the hosts." Maybe this is the person that wants to control your bodily function.
I was going to say obsessed. That's... Obsessed, I want to wear your skin as my face.
Great banter. There are so many different subjects to choose from. You'll definitely learn something. I know I have. Currently subscribed and binging.
Heyo.
Heyo, thank you. And if you want your review read on this show, rate us, write a review on Apple Podcasts. We will read it. Brandon, what do you think we'll be doing 100 episodes from now? Episode 200.
Well, if conversion therapy goes well, probably opening an antique store.
Wow, that was a dig at all the antique store owners listening to us right now.
I don't know. Hopefully reaping the benefits of syndication.
Yes. Help us quit our full-time jobs by going to patreon.com/tennispod. And just to remind you what I said at the beginning, our next main episode 101, will be posted Wednesday, September 30th. Between now and then, you can get bonus episodes on Patreon. And I'll also be posting some mini in-between stuff on our main feed to tide you over until the September 30th. But yeah, it's been a wild-ass ride, and I wish I could say I enjoyed it. I endured it. I do it for the fans. I do it for the listeners. And we want to thank you for listening to this and all of the past 100 episodes of the 10-inch podcast. Brandon, you want to say anything?
I did it for the lulz,
Yeah.
for the yucks.
Well, if you just miss us so much, be sure to follow me on Twitter at @TheNickAmel.
Yeah, you can follow me at Sidekick Host.
And I almost don't want to leave because it's like, that's it for a while.
I'll still be here.
We're going to come back with a bang. I have some ideas that are pretty new, exciting, fresh directions for us to take starting on episode 101. So I am excited about it.
I've been squirreling away some hot list ideas in the last couple
you
weeks.
Have. Yeah, of this I have no doubt.
Squirreling them away like hot nuts for the winter.
All right, that's enough of that. Thank you sincerely. We appreciate you, and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Playoffs. Did somebody say playoffs? NBA and NHL are playing for the gold, and our partners at BetOnline have got you covered. Get in on all the action, including an NBA bracket contest with plenty of chances to win. MLB season is pushing into fall, and there's no shortage of ways to bet with hundreds of odds, futures, and props. So take advantage of the return of sports, and remember, the casino never closes. Check it out all day, all night. Go to betonline.ag and use promo code BLUEWIRE, BLUEWIRE, and you're going to receive a welcome bonus. That's betonline.ag, promo code BLUEWIRE. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts.